One of the biggest learning lessons I've learnt in life, actually, you got to try. Like, what's the worst thing that can happen? You fail. You learn what not to do. You learn what doesn't work. So give it a go. What's the worst thing that can happen? And actually, do you know what? Taking that simple first step of doing something, and don't run. Like the tortoise won the race. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So actually, and it's take your time, build yourself up, your confidence. Like I was always scared, but it does start with that simple intention, setting an intention, and then actually doing the first thing, like actually taking that first step. That's the bravest step because you create momentum the more you do something. So it's about consistency and breaking through, that's why I say brick walls, old patterns of behaviour, because we're habitual creatures of nature. We actually stay doing the same thing, even if it's not good for us, because our brain, it's almost like a safety mechanism. That's why we go on autopilot, and we pretty much just continually do what we're doing. But if it's not working, why not change it, Change what you think, what you're saying to yourself, what you're doing, show up for yourself, but like you don't have to. When I first started this journey, I could only make it up the road. It's only not even 2 minutes run. But I continuously showed up. Even when I didn't feel like it, that's the time, then it really matters. Actually, you doing it when you don't feel like it, when you're trying to talk yourself out of it. That's why I don't think about it. Set that intention, have your gear ready, get up and do it. Don't start in here because, what's that inner talk, that inner dialogue? It will keep you just in the same old pattern. It actually doesn't help you, it hinders you quite often. So get out of your own way. It's you versus you. That's what I always say to people. Anyway, I'm tired, so this is my rest day. But I thought I would share. It came to me, and I'm like, yeah, the biggest learning lesson actually is, well, what have you got to lose? Try. I've always been a try hard. Why not? The only regrets you really live with is yourself and the things you didn't do more than the things you did. But I feel like I've just been rebuilding, undoing, learning. First attempt at learning, I'm like, failure or fail. To fail is to succeed, but it's about not how many times you get knocked down. It's you keep getting up and showing up and actually doing the work. And but the rewards at the end of it out magnify anything. Like you're in your suffer, you're gonna suffer either way, whether you try or not. Life will own your ass. It is a humbling journey. But just look after you. That's all. Like, come back to the simplicity, the breath, connecting with nature, because I've lost everything so many times. I'm like, why am I attaching to things? Like the most beautiful memories of my connection with my horse when I go to the beach. That's why I started creating a life by my design. Like, I'm like, what makes me happy at a soul level? Like, what fills my soul? And I'm like, this nature, nurture, connecting, resting, but it hasn't been resting. Been through a fire, a flood, and then I'm like, wow. But it's really showing me, and people have come into my life, I've learnt from people, like how to grow vegetables, and I've just, it's a frequency, you meet like-minded people, and you're like, why not leverage their knowledge and their skills. People are quite open to sharing, like especially if they've already done it, and that's what you need to listen to those odds more rather than everyone else has an opinion, gives you advice, and it's like, take my advice, I'm not using it. It's like, are you walking your talk? Are you aligning your actions, aligning with the kōrero you're speaking? By my actions I am known. Right, I'm going to leave you with that. I've got to go let my chooks out, and then I am running a bath, and I am going to rest so I can be at my best. But look at this beautiful new day. Eesh. God bless. Love yous.